A very good afternoon. You're watching NewsX at 2 p.m. and I'm Akshay Tandon. We are bringing you the latest visuals of the situation that continues to unfold there in Tamil Nadu with the uprising of Jallikattu. Even though the government of the state is to pass the bill today, this evening at about 5 p.m., we're looking at protests that continue in several parts of the state altogether. We have witnessed some very unruly, violent scenes in Chennai, which the government could have avoided, as many critics continue to point out. But similar situations of protests, intensified battle between the police, if we can call it, as well as the protesters, be it Coimbatore or Madurai or even Chennai, where of course things have turned very violent, as you can see on your screens. Many reactions that have been coming in on Jallikattu and how situation has been mishandled, as some claim. Let's take a listen in.
The government has become the cause for all the violence and the protests turning out. It is only because of the government's way of handling it today, and it's shocking. A bill is going to be tabled, and if there's a discussion, definitely DMK will be participating in that. We've always stood by the people. We want the bill to be passed, and we want a permanent solution to it. And of course, the central government also has to step in and make sure that the bull is removed from the list.
State authorities got highly placed sources intelligence reports saying that it is going out of the hands. Ultra-leftist Maoists have taken over the students' agitation, and anti-India slogans have started to be shouted. And even that, like Jammu Kashmir, they wanted Azadi type of thing, because this neighboring country, Sri Lanka, the people from Tamil Nadu of Sri Lankan origin, they also came into Chennai, and they started to create a law and order problem. That is the main reason the police, this morning I spoke to the intelligence chief, he was very categorical. We are compelled to do that. The reason being the agitation was getting leaderless.
Well, villages in Jallikattu have decided to conduct Jallikattu on 1st February, and they have decided to clear the place and move away from the place. However, the students in Madurai are refusing to budge from this place. They were given an ultimatum till 10:45, but despite that, they are not moving. Now the police have requesting them, negotiating with them to leave the place immediately, because in Jallikattu the Jallikattu is likely to happen. So it's a peacefully, they want to end this protest. They are just requesting them to remove in one place and not the entire place. Meanwhile, the governor of Tamil Nadu, Vidyasagar Rao, giving his address at the Tamil Nadu Assembly, has blamed the previous UPA government for remove in one place and not the entire place. Meanwhile, the governor of Tamil Nadu, Vidyasagar Rao, giving his address at the Tamil Nadu Assembly, has blamed the previous UPA government for all the chaos in Jallikattu issue. Reading out his speech, Vidyasagar Rao has said that it was Jairam Ramesh, the UPA minister, who had included bulls in the performing animals list of Section 22 notified list, because of which all this issue regarding Jallikattu had erupted, and they had squarely blamed the UPA government for creating this chaos in Tamil Nadu. Meanwhile, the bill for Jallikattu is likely to be passed in the Tamil Nadu Assembly probably in just a matter of time, after which looks like the crowd might come down. Even now, here the protesters are saying if the bill is passed in Tamil Nadu Assembly, they will come out. Tamil Nadu Assembly bill pass பண்ணிட்டா கலஞ்சிருவீங்களா?
நிரந்தரமா பில் பாஸ் பண்ணனும். இப்போதைக்கு தக்காளிய மாதிரி பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அது அப்புறம் எப்படி?
இல்ல, இப்ப அசெம்பிளி நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. Now the assembly session is on. If they clear the bill, will you all leave the protest?
அவங்க ப்ரொபோசல் ஃபுல்லா கொடுக்கணும், நாங்க கலஞ்சிரோம். எங்களுக்கு அதுக்காண்டி தான போராட்டம் பண்றோம்.
The bill is passed in the Tamil Nadu Assembly now. These protesters are ready to leave the place. In fact, Tamil Nadu government had waited for almost 6 days. So analysts are saying they could have just waited for one more day today. And after the bill was passed in the assembly session, then they could have probably requested the protesters to leave the venue in a peaceful manner instead of scaling down the crowd today early in the morning in Marina. And also I'm getting information that important roads in Chennai have been blocked. The police battalion, the police personnel have increased that strength, and nobody is being allowed to enter some important points, especially the Marina Beach road.
The
government has not properly handled the situation. We have a doubt. Whether the law and order situation is deteriorating in Tamil Nadu is a question. Therefore, the government has to take proper steps in convincing the students and putting them in proper place and also treating them well. They have been fighting for a cause on a Gandhian way. That's what we should appreciate. All these days nothing happened. Suddenly today happening means there are a lot of doubts. So it all the government has to handle it correctly without any deterioration of law and order situation.
All right, we're opening up our telephone lines this afternoon. What do you feel about Jallikattu and the manner in which the situation has unfolded in front of us today? We are looking at violence after 6 days of peaceful protests, and overnight the situation turning out of hand. Is this all politics over the festival of Jallikattu? Do express yourselves on NewsX this afternoon as we have opened up our telephone lines. The numbers flashing on your screens are 01204369674. Meanwhile, my colleague Priyambada also joining us live from Madurai with the latest. Priyambada, we're looking at how the protests continue to intensify. Now the word has come in that at 5 p.m. later this evening we will see how the bill will be tabled. Hopefully shall be passed very quickly into a law by the legislatures. Meanwhile, tell us about the situation on ground.
Well, I don't think the protest is going to intensify right now. We should not be talking anything very speculative, considering the situation is extremely sensitive right now. All we can say is that the government has reached out to the protesters through Raghava Lawrence. He was seen as the person spearheading. The protest. He has just appealed to the protesters to give up the protest. Even in Madurai, slowly the crowd is coming down. We are not seeing the crowd swelling up. You can see that crowd has considerably come down in Madurai. In Alanganallur also, protesters have been asked to move to a different place. So, and by 5 p.m. when there is going to be a legislation, when the bill is going to be brought in, even the protesters here are waiting for that 5 p.m. verdict. So once the 5 p.m. Bill comes, they are also very hopeful that this will turn into a celebration. They will celebrate. And
Priyambada, what do people really have to say about what happened in Chennai? Do they feel that they have been, in a way, their entire peaceful movement has been hijacked by some miscreants, by some anti-social elements? So while 6 days it was all peaceful, and overnight we saw the situation the way it actually unfolded today, with torching of a police station, vehicles being torched. What do people have to say about this on the ground?
Well, I completely... people are trying to go to a different place because they don't want protesters to be on the road. Let me put that question. In Marina, things got uncontrollable today only because there were some anti-social elements. Because as students, you were all doing a very peaceful protest.
Yes. It is not because, it is also because of anti-social element, but the main cause is because of the police. They try to chase everyone out, right? Even police over here are trying to chase us out. The Tamil Nadu government is trying to chase everyone out just for them. They want to keep hold of their government.
Relax. Okay, I think we should stay away from...
All right, Priyambada, we'll come back to you. Till we get a sense of what's really happening there. We understand that the situation is a little sensitive. The tempers are rising amongst the people. Some, of course, blaming the police for this situation that has really unfolded in front of us. We have a caller with us from Kerala over the phone line. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and tell us what would you like to share.
Hello, sir. My name is Shiva Subramaniam. Hello.
Yes. Go ahead, Mr. Shiv Subramaniam.
Actually, I am from Kerala and I am watching this situation through the TV and various channels.
Okay.
And I think the main aim of this TV channel must be to tell the people that in the neighboring states of Kerala or Andhra, Karnataka, there are no incidents like this, and this is not a proper way to maybe it will become out of control. People are standing in the Marina Beach and the street, and their demand forcibly they are asking for lifting the ban and make a law for the same. And I think that we are now living they are living in the 15th century. So now the world is so completely changing. Lot of developments are coming. People are all without their jobs. They are going to the jobs. They are standing there, and also these animals. They are slaughtering lot of animals every day. Lakhs of animals every day. Then is it the proper way? So I think the channel must also advise the people of the Tamil Nadu to scientifically study whatever we are doing to the animals.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling us and expressing your views here on NewsX. So we're opening up our telephone lines. As our viewers are joining us right now, express yourselves or what you think has really happened in Chennai. We saw how peaceful this protest really was. It seems this people, the students, techies, movement over there for the past 6 days, which was so peaceful, has been hijacked overnight by miscreants, by anti-social elements, because of which we've seen how police stations, the ICE police station has been burnt down. These visuals, they're coming to us from Chennai. Quite horrifying, the least to say, in a metropolis like Chennai. And of course, they all were fighting for their identity, for their culture. And we understand that the Tamil Nadu government today will be passing a bill that will turn into a law in effect, making Jallikattu legal, at least there. Let's also go across to more callers, viewers joining us from Hyderabad this time. Go ahead, introduce yourself and express yourself here on NewsX.
I'm Mrs. Sumati calling from Hyderabad.
Yes, Mrs. Sumati, please go ahead, ma'am.
My only request through this opportunity is that all of us are supposed to be very responsible for anything that happens in the country, more so the media. See, there are people who love to get their share of media coverage, and it's such a sensitive issue. The more we try to, have continuous coverage on this, then you will find that unwanted elements will get into this kind of movement, and they will spoil the movement. I only request the media be a little more responsible and sensitive, and just say only as much as you need to say. You don't have
Appreciate
to have
your
all
concern,
the
Ms. Sumati, but we'd like to tell you, you would agree that NewsX has been covering very responsibly both sides of the picture where this entire protest is concerned, be it the government, the politicians, as well as, of course, the people on the ground who we have been talking to since the past 1 week over their concerns and the options they have. But appreciate your concern. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sumati, for calling in. Many more people, we're inviting them to share with us what they think as NewsX brings you from the ground reality, the situation, the concerns of the views of the viewers, of the people who are protesting on the ground as the government will be passing a law today. Okay, some ground reports now coming in. Let's take a listen in.
In an effort to stop people gathering on the Marina Beach, every road that leads to Marina has been blocked by the police. Right now, we are at RK Salai, one of the arterial road, and this road leads to the Marina Beach. People who have offices on this lane are being allowed only after showing the ID card. School students who have schools on this lane are allowed. Other than that, nobody is allowed to use this. People have been using various approach road to reach Marina Beach, but the police have blocked every entrance to the Marina Beach, and the police are trying their best to ensure that people do not gather and have asked the protesters to disperse. In Chennai, with video journalist Balsubramaniam, Lokpriya, NewsX.
Let's go across to Prashant, who's joining us from Tirupur at this point of time over the phone line. Prashant, please go ahead. Express yourself.
Prashant calling from Tirupur.
Yes, please go ahead, Prashant.
You see, today morning, so I think the police, they could have handled the situation in a better way.
Okay.
Because protesters at Marina, so they have asked, because they have not clarified I think the government is failed to clarify the ordinance clearly to the people. Because people, they are having fear. What they are thinking is, even this ordinance is passed, but they are thinking that there is a possibility the PETA, they can again arise a question in the court. So this will ban Jallikattu once again. So if the government previously it has to be clear clearly state this ordinance.
Okay. All right. So you're
think
saying that the government has not been able to communicate well with these protesters, because of which we're looking at the tensions that continue. Thank you very much for calling in. Let me also go across to Vidhi, who's joining us from the city of Chennai. Vidhi, go ahead. Express yourself.
Hello. Yes, I want to tell you all that the people should have, police should have actually told the people to go and not started hitting them with the sticks, because the people have gone mad now. Every road in Chennai is blocked. Schools have been sending children back due to the fear of the buses being burnt down. It will take you 2 hours. A normal place which will take you 5 minutes to converse in a car is taking us about 20 minutes, about 2 hours now.
All right, Vidhi, thank you very much for calling and expressing more concerns of the situation on ground and how it's taking so much time for people to commute because of the kind of tensions that prevail. Kishore joining us from Chennai. Please go ahead, Kishore, express yourself.
Yeah, hi. My name is Kishore. I'm calling from Chennai.
Yes, Kishore.
My only request is to the government of Tamil Nadu to at least make a formal statement and give a little bit of confidence to the people of Chennai and Tamil Nadu. Because what's happening is there's a lot of messages being sent across us in WhatsApp and the social media. And I think it is very easy for the youth to actually get, I'm not impressed, to get to the heat of the moment and say that the government is against them. So my only request is, be it the chief minister or anybody from the ruling party, to come and give a statement saying this is what has happened so far. This is what we have planned. By 5 o'clock, the ordinance or the law is going to be framed, and everything would be back to normal. And
yes, let's hope so. Yes, Kishore, let's hope so that once the law comes into effect, it will all be back to normal. Thank you very much for calling in. Appreciate your concern. We have Babuji calling us from Kochi. Please go ahead. Express yourself.
I feel that this action should have been...
Sorry, repeat what you're saying, sir. Could not hear you clearly. Go ahead.
It should have been done on the day one itself.
Okay, this should have been done. You're saying late action of the government has led to the situation today?
At least justified that who are the people behind this. Now doing it after 6.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling in there, Babuji, saying that the government should have taken action on day one. Why they had to wait for 6 long days. Okay, so that's the views that is coming in from across the country on NewsX as we track these details coming in. People generally saying that the police could have handled the situation better. Why was this eviction ordered by the state government? The government perhaps could have handled the situation better is what people are saying. Situation continues to remain tense, at least at Marina Beach. And of course, you saw the visuals early this morning when the police station was burnt down. And in some other parts, like in Madurai, situation still quite volatile, tense, as people are agitated as well. We have more callers joining us. Narmada calling us from Chennai. Please go ahead, Narmada.
Yeah, actually we are seeing I'm from Chennai, and even my brothers were taken part in this protest for past few days.
Okay.
When yesterday the laws were explained very clearly to the public and all the protesters and students. So most of the students have withdrawn. If you cleanly watch the group which now taking part in this, will not be a student. Very 10%, maybe 10% of only students will be there, and mostly the other groups will be the doing this all.
Okay, Narmada, what does your brother tell you? Because you're telling us your brother was a part of these protests and they were actually told about the entire proceedings of the Tamil Nadu Assembly as well. So who, according to your brother, are these people involved? Are they students as well, or are they some politically motivated groups? What does your brother say?
Sorry, I couldn't get you.
What does your brother tell you about these miscreants? Who are these people? Does your brother tell you anything of who they are?
That is, what I'm saying is the people, why did say this is, we know that we went and we took part in that. So now the students have withdrawn.
Okay,
so
the students have withdrawn.
Yesterday you could have seen the RT, the hip-hop Tamil who've been saying some videos about it. So after that, only the people have also withdrawn their, the normal students and other people have gone off. Actually, if you could see, you can see it clearly now.
All right. Thank you very much, Namrata, for calling in and expressing your views there, saying that we are a part of that entire movement, but these are not the students per se. They have already been dispersed, and of course, they all are awaiting what the government will do at 5 p.m. later this afternoon. On your screens, you can see several visuals we are playing out. Politics, of course, as the DMK staged a walkout. Cars were torched at the police eye station. earlier today. Madurai also, there were some clashes there, but now situation seems to be slightly under control, and some students being detained in another part of the state in Coimbatore. Some ground reports there coming in. Let's take a listen in.
These are the thousands of protesters who ran away towards the sea, and you can see that they have formed a human chain, and these people are completely hostile. None of them are allowed beyond this human chain. And when police force tried to come and try to evacuate these people, they started to throw bottles and started to throw sand on the police force, and police force is trying to evacuate them. I feel that the situation is quite tense, situation is quite out of control, and these people are also getting support from the Christian community here in Chennai, and these people were protesting from past 6 to 7 days on the Marina Beach in the main venue. And this morning when the cops came and tried to evacuate them, few people ran away outside Marina Beach and few people started to run away towards the sea. So this is a crowd which ran away towards the sea, and there are thousands of people was towards the sea and protesting, and they are threatening the cops, saying that they will not leave this particular place, and they are now trying to control this entire sea. The protesters are no mood to compromise with the cops, and they say that they will continue to protest unless this ordinance which is being introduced is made as a permanent law.
In fact, our party in Tamil Nadu has appealed to the agitators to come to some kind of understanding with government and end the struggle. But government should reach out to the agitators and hold negotiations to assure them a permanent solution.
What is long term? The ordinance is in lieu of a act being passed, and the act is bound to be passed today because the DMK holds the overwhelming majority. And what can be more permanent than the law? Only another assembly resolution can, or a counter bill can undo that. So it becomes permanent. This is clearly a politically motivated, and they are all LTT people or Naxalites or such cocaine type people. And I think the Tamil Nadu government has done the right thing.